John with Magnus again, and today we're going to forge a knife blade. Not just make a knife, forge one. Big difference. Making a knife is sometimes simple. Piece of flat bar, grind it, drill some holes in it, put a handle on it, and you've made yourself a knife. It's nice. Today we're going to forge a knife, and we're going to use some backyard metal. Today, a lawnmower blade. We're going to take this, we're going to forge it into a nice knife. And for a handle, we might go all metal, or we might go with an old hammer that's been busted, and we'll use the old hickory off of that for the handle. Have fun watching. As you can see, the yellow flame that's coming off the blade, it's still burning off some stuff, so I'm going to leave, still go back out of the shop again, and wait for that little orange-yellow flame to kind of go away. Alright, it's been burning for a while, looks pretty clean. We're just going to scrape some of the old dirt and everything off on it. Front and back. Because we're going to do no other than electricity of the blower, since I don't have a hand crane. I'm working on that. And we're going to chisel it front and back, and then I'll show you a quick way of cutting it. I use a little water to control the burn, the fire, the cold, and also adding a little bit of water on the edges actually can help heat up the center. It pulls the steam, which is H2O, and a little bit of oxygen shoots in there, and energy transfers, cools it off, sucks it over, energy transfers to the center, and makes more heat. Can't kill energy, you can only change its direction. So, here we go. Set it up on here, grab the chisel, and we're going to do the other side, heat it back up. You can actually see it get hotter by shooting water. Pretty cool. Alright, got a good edge on the front, back. Heat it back up again. Sometimes little pieces, carbon, coal, get stuck in there, doesn't allow the air to flow well, so sometimes you gotta tap it. Allow it to settle down into your catcher. What we're going to do here is we're going to do a real quick way of cutting it through it without hitting the face of it. We're going to do a little bit of science. This is a good high quality carbon steel, which means it can become very rigid when quenched. Basically, we're going to create crystals inside the metal. We're going to basically make this piece of steel to like a piece of ice. By doing so, we've already got the edges, we've already got the grooves cut in by the chisel. We're going to quench it really fast, which will now do is it creates small crystallizations inside this metal, which means it will actually make it very fragile in a way. For me, means my theory is correct. That's why I have my safety glasses on for this one, because it should just break. a nice clean edge. Keep watching. Alrighty, well, as you can see, I left this part of the lawnmower blade, or so that I can use the forks here to grab onto it, because I'm going to work with this part right here. And I don't know the correct terminology. I'm a self-taught blacksmith, so there's probably correct terminology that I'm probably not saying. So for all the people that are educated correctly, I do apologize for not using the right terminology. Alrighty, y'all. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to flatten this out a little bit more, and then I'm actually going to take a piece of metal and I'm going to fold it. And I'm going to do a one fold to get my thickness back, so I can draw it out into the type of knife that I decide to make. Haven't decided yet. I kind of let the metal decide what it wants to be. Some of that carbon out. Try to use as less trash as possible. And refold it. We're going to start adding a little bit of borax. I got a little burning, not what I wanted, but here, people, there's probably a better technique that's out there. There's a lot of great blacksmithing books out there. I have a hard time reading due to dyslexia and just patience. But a lot of great books out there on how to fold and heat treating. A little bit of research that I've done. Borax creates almost like a flux, like in welding, and keeps it from oxidizing, so hopefully you'll be able to make a good forged weld. Right now I'm adding basically coke, which is basically pure carbon, so that way it doesn't add any extra contaminants. Burns very clean. We're going to get this very, very hot. 2,000 something degrees for the weld. Do not take your eye off of it, because it will start burning. As soon as you turn your eyes away from it, your metal will start burning, and then your whole thing just went up in smoke. Literally. Make sure you hit the hammer, you hit where it's slightly angled, because it's a slag or basically the borax liquid. If not, you need to wear glasses. But if you hit it correctly, it will go away from you, but most likely when you first start doing it, you might want to wear glasses because it can splash up and get you in the face, which burns. Hopefully it'll both will forge together and make a nice forged weld. We're going to heat up one more time here, make sure that the forge weld did happen. Sounded like it. You can usually hear more of a thunk than a ching of a noise, and that usually signifies that it's actually made the forge weld. Sounds good to me. If it's not welded, it will start to like bubble up, fold up, and basically just need to start all over from scratch because most likely it's got too much junk in the center of it, and it's just, you're going to spend too much time trying to get it to forge weld, and you're going to waste all day trying to. Best thing to do is start all over. This one looks good, so we're going to make a blade from it.